Welcome back, guys. So we are left with few more methods and we'll be done with linked list. So if you look at, we have two arrays similar like what we have seen in the array list. Then we have set. So how this set is different than insert based on the positions. So insert, what it will do, it will insert the data. So let's say if you have a linked list, right? So this insert, it will insert and then your this node will move. But set, what it will do, on the same index it will replace the data. Okay, so that data will be lost, so in same index it will replace it. And then we have a size method. You know that this will give you the length of the linked list. And then to array, when you call on the reference of linked list, it will convert to to array. Then we have index of and last index of. So these 4-5 methods we'll see that through Eclipse. So notes I have given here, you can read the notes for your better understanding. We will go and we will try to understand this. So we'll go in the Eclipse. I have designed example number 6. So if you look at on this linked list, when you perform to array, so your linked list will get converted into array. Okay, but the problem is this object will get printed. So in object, why object will get printed? Because toString method is not overridden in the array. So what you have to do whenever you convert linked list into the array, and when you literally want to see the data, so first store this. So this is array linked list. Okay, internal conversion will happen here. If you look at the return type, click on local variable, see it is the object of list. Okay, it is the object of list. So now if I have to print this, what I can do, I can use arrays. In Java util there is a class called arrays dot, you can use toString method, and in the toString, you can go for toString and you can just supply this. Okay, now when you run that, you can see that, you can see your data, you can see data, right? Because you are calling now toString and you are passing this. So now you are using that method toString, it is overridden now, and this you can see the data of the array, right? So that's how array list works. Now on the same reference linked list in SYSO, if I will use dot last index of, right? So what is the return type? When I say last index of D, so let's say D is here and one more D is here. So right, when I say last index of D, so when you press Ctrl, click on last index of, what is the return type? Integer. So it will give you the integer data. So if you run here, run as Java applications, you can see that last index is 4. So first is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Last index is 4. Similarly, there is a method called, what is the other method we had it here? Index of and last index of. Okay, fine. So when you say index of, this will give you the first occurrence of the first locations of D. So when you just call index of, this will give you the first occurrence of the D in your linked list. So this you will get 0. See, this you are getting the 0. When you want the last occurrence of, when there is a lot of duplicate element in your linked list, and when you want the last one, please use this method last index of. When you want first index, use the index, right? Now there is a method called set method. So I will use the method dot set method, and on the first index I will set to c. Okay, now look at what will happen now. Okay, so before that I will print the list so that we can correlate. See, look at the things. So okay, I did one mistake. After this also I need to print. because I need to see that how data is getting set. So look at here. Yeah, so look at here, data is like this. So basically what happened here, this was the list, original list, okay, D A B C D, and when I say on the first index, here on the first index change set to CCC, so this is my first index A, okay. When I'm setting here, see the A is gone now, A is not shifted here. And in general, when you do insert, what happens, A will get shifted, okay, A will get shifted after this CCC, then there will be comma A B C. But when you do set, what it will do on the particular index, it will change the data, and that data will be lost, the previous data will be lost. That's how set will work. So we have seen that, what we have seen that last index of we have seen that to array, we need to see the size method. So size method, the name itself says that it will just give you the size of the list, like how much data you have in the list. So you just call a size method, return type is the integer for this method, it will give you the size. So when you see that, see the size is 5, see this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5, because when you do the size, it will start from the 1, the length will start from the 1, it will never start from the 0. So the size of this array list, size of the linked list is the 5, okay. This is the size of the linked list. So size will give you the length of the size. Then we are done with here, we are done with size method, we are done with set method. The last method is to array method. So what this to array method, if you look at here, the input to this to array method is the array. Here the input is not list, input is the array, right? So when the input is array, you have to supply the input as an array, you cannot supply input as a list. What I'm trying to say that is, when you try to perform linked list dot to array, look at this, the second one will take the list of the object, okay. So when you supply this, what you have to supply, you have to supply the list which you have converted. So this is the list which you have converted, this you have to supply here, okay, this you have to supply here. And again when you store the return type of this, it will be list of array. So let me change the reference, just place mouse over here, click on create local, this will be of type object, right. So same thing again, you need to print that, just change to 1. So when you print that, data will get printed, right. Same thing, CCC, DBC, the same data will get printed. So that's how the to array method will work. Rarely we use these methods, to array and all that, because we always prefer to have a list, right. So the most importantly, in the linked list, let's say if you want to know only the methods of linked list, and what are the methods we always use is nothing but which I have shown you when I was talking about in very first video. So these are the methods, these are the features, and these are the methods most widely used of the linked list. These are linked list specific method, okay. From here to here, whatever you have seen, that this is linked list specific method. Whatever method I have covered after that, that is all used when you have to write the implementations for Q and DQ, because you know that Q is the interface, right. And for interface, to write the implementations, there should be some class which will implement that interface. So basically by using linked list, you can write the implementations of the Q or DQ, okay. So with this we are done with the linked list. If some topic is missed out, or if I have missed any point, I will definitely try to cover in my next video. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this.